Maya Bennett thought she was invisible, just another waitress pouring champagne for people who'd never notice her name. But when a mysterious collision with a feared Korean mafia boss turns into a fake marriage claim on the dance floor, her quiet life explodes into a world of penthouse sanctuaries and deadly enemies. What she doesn't know is that this dangerous man is hiding grief so deep it could destroy them both, and someone is already watching, waiting to use her son as leverage in a game she never agreed to play. One dance to save her from a stalker becomes a contract written in blood and redemption. The protection she desperately needs might cost her the independence she's fought so hard to build, but walking away could cost her everything she loves. Subscribe and tell me in the comments if you've ever had to choose between safety and freedom, because Maya's about to learn that some choices change everything forever. Maya Bennett adjusted the champagne flutes for the third time. Her hands moved in practiced precision across the white linen. The ballroom sparkled with crystal and money. She belonged to neither. Her phone buzzed. A text from Derek. Still deciding about this weekend. Don't make plans. Maya's chest tightened. 7-year-old Noah was home with Mrs. Chen. Safe. For now. Maya, breathe. Evelyn Park appeared beside her with a gentle smile. You look like you're about to bolt. Just tired. Maya pocketed her phone. The lies came easier now. Guests swirled past in designer gowns and perfect smiles. Maya stayed invisible at the edges. That was the job. Pour, smile, disappear. She spotted him on the balcony overlooking the main floor, watching. His gaze tracked her movements. Maya's stomach knotted. Take 5 minutes, Evelyn said. Get some air. Maya nodded. She needed space to think. The service corridor was cooler, quieter. Maya leaned against the wall and closed her eyes. Her phone buzzed again. Another text from Derek. You can't hide forever. Footsteps echoed from the stairwell above. They stopped. Too still for housekeeping. Too deliberate for guests. Maya held her breath. The silence stretched. Maya pushed through the service door back into the ballroom. The music swelled around her. She grabbed a tray of champagne and turned. The collision happened fast. Champagne splashed across an expensive suit sleeve. The man didn't flinch. His dark eyes found hers. Calm. Measuring. I'm sorry. Maya's face burned. Let me get you. No need. His voice was quiet. Even. He pulled a white handkerchief from his pocket. Are you hurt? Maya shook her head. Security guards had appeared from nowhere. They scanned the crowd with professional efficiency. A shorter man approached. His whisper was urgent in a language Maya didn't understand. The tall man's jaw tightened almost imperceptibly. Keep the handkerchief, he said to Maya. Maya wanted to refuse. She didn't need charity. But something in his tone stopped her. She pocketed the cloth and hurried toward the kitchen. Behind her, she caught a reflection in the mirrored column. The watcher from the balcony. Moving closer. Someone's asking about you, Evelyn whispered near the cake table. Maya's blood went cold. What kind of someone? Guest with influence. Didn't give a name. Evelyn's eyes were worried. What's going on? Maya forced her hands steady. Nothing. Just my ex being difficult. But it wasn't Derek asking questions. Derek didn't have influence. Or money for places like this. The tall man from before lingered near the windows. His security positioned themselves at key points. Professional. Precise. Maya noticed the way his gaze swept the room. Always checking. Always aware. The string quartet paused between songs. In the sudden quiet, footsteps echoed on the grand staircase. The watcher was coming down. Closer. I need to finish my shift, Maya said. Evelyn caught her arm. Are you in trouble? Maya pulled away gently. I can handle this. But her hands shook as she reached for another tray. Maya's phone buzzed. Derek again. Lawyers cost money. Your choice. Her vision blurred. The champagne glasses wavered on her tray. She pressed her back against the wall and breathed. The tall man appeared in her peripheral vision. He stepped into the watcher's path. Casual, deliberate. The watcher changed course without acknowledgement. Maya tried to retreat through the staff corridor. The catering cart blocked her way. Jammed. She looked back. The tall man's eyes met hers across the room. Unreadable. But she felt safer with his attention than without it. The watcher smiled. Cold. Testing. Maya's breath caught. This wasn't random. Someone had sent him. She needed to leave. Now, walk with me. The tall man appeared beside her. Maya stepped back. I don't know you. You don't have to. His voice was calm. But someone is making you uncomfortable. Maya glanced toward the watcher. Still watching. Still smiling. I don't need rescue, she said. Good. I'm not offering rescue. He gestured toward a clear path to the service hallway. I'm offering space. The shorter man from before positioned himself by the main doors. Other security moved with subtle precision, creating barriers. 1 minute, the tall man said. Then you decide. Maya hesitated. Debt felt dangerous, but staying felt worse. The watcher lifted his phone, angled it toward her. For a photo. Okay, Maya whispered. The band launched into a slow song. Couples drifted toward the dance floor. The tall man extended his hand, not demanding, offering. I can't, Maya started. He has line of sight from here, the man said quietly. The music gives us cover. Maya looked toward the watcher. He had positioned himself across the room, perfect angle to observe. She took the offered hand. His palm was warm, steady. They moved into the slow rhythm. Other couples swirled around them. Pretend you're my wife, he said, loud enough for nearby guests to hear. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Maya's pulse hammered. His hand at her back was careful, respectful. She felt protected instead of trapped. What's your name? She whispered. Ji-hoon Kang. The name meant nothing to her, but the way people looked at him meant everything. Maya kept her eyes on the chandelier above, safer than drowning in his proximity. Someone is using your fear, Ji-hoon said. His voice was low. Private. I won't allow that. You don't get to allow or not allow anything about me, Maya said. Something shifted in his expression, almost approval. His security moved again. The watcher was leaving, repositioning. The music ended. Ji-hoon didn't release her immediately. Mrs. Kang looked lovely this evening, he said to no one in particular. The fiction hung in the air. Public, protective, dangerous. Maya's breath caught. What had she just agreed to? Evelyn waited by the staff exit with Maya's bag. Early release, she said with a gentle lie. Overstaffed tonight. Maya knew better, but she was grateful. The loading bay was cooler, quieter. Ji-hoon's shorter companion appeared beside them. Black sedan, he reported quietly. Across the street, waiting. Ji-hoon's jaw ticked, almost invisible, but Maya caught it. I'll call you a car, he said to Maya. I take the bus. Maya's pride flared. I don't need charity. He studied her face, then nodded once. Be careful, he said. Maya walked to the bus stop on unsteady legs. The sedan pulled out behind her. 2 cars back, following. She clutched the white handkerchief in her pocket. The fabric still smelled clean, safe. But safety was an illusion. It always had been. The bus emptied as they reached Maya's neighborhood. Only 3 passengers left. Maya gathered her bag and checked her phone. Text to Mrs. Chen. On my way. How's Noah? Response, sleeping. Sweet dreams about dinosaurs. Maya smiled despite everything. Noah's imagination was the one pure thing left. The sedan turned onto her street. Maya's chest tightened. She walked faster. Her apartment building sat dark except for one window, Noah's nightlight, the small dinosaur lamp she'd bought at a thrift store. Headlights swept across the building, lingered on Noah's window, on his crayon drawing of a T-Rex taped to the glass. Maya fumbled with her keys. Her hands shook. A car door clicked open behind her. Miss Bennett. The voice was calm, familiar. Min Seo stepped between her and the curb. Ji-hoon's security. His presence felt like a shield. He's concerned, Min said quietly. Maya's door finally opened. I'm fine. You're not. Min's voice was gentle but firm. And neither is your son. Mrs. Chen gathered her knitting with careful movements. She was 70 and kind, and asked no questions. Maya couldn't answer. Noah woke once, she whispered. Asked for water. Went right back to sleep. Maya paid her and walked her to the door. Min waited in the hallway. Respectful distance. Temporary safe place, he said when Mrs. Chen was gone. Just for tonight. Maya looked toward Noah's room, her sleeping boy with his dinosaur nightlight and his crayon masterpieces covering the walls. I keep my phone, she said, and my decisions. Ji-hoon's voice drifted from the stairwell. Always. Maya's breath caught. She hadn't heard him arrive. She packed quickly. Essentials only. Noah's favorite stuffed elephant, his inhaler, 3 days of clothes. Noah stirred as she lifted him, his arms wrapped around her neck, still sleeping. Mama, he mumbled. Just a sleepover, Maya whispered. Go back to sleep. Min waited by the elevator. Patient, no pressure. Maya locked her door and followed. The penthouse elevator was glass and gold, silent except for the hum of expensive machinery. Noah had woken during the ride. He pressed close to Maya's side and watched the numbers climb. "Are we safe here?" he whispered. "Yes," Maya said. She hoped it was true. The doors opened to reveal space and light, floor-to-ceiling windows, furniture that looked expensive but comfortable. Jihoon handed Maya a keycard. "Guest rooms are down the hall. Kitchen is always open. You have access to everything except my office." "House rules?" Maya asked. "Boundaries," he corrected. "You stay as long as you choose. Leave when you decide." Maya noticed a closed door decorated with a mobile. Tiny paper cranes stirred in the air conditioning. The door looked untouched, waiting. "Who lived there?" Maya asked. Something shifted in Jihoon's expression. Pain, he quickly buried. "No one," he said. "Not anymore." Morning light spilled through the kitchen windows. Jihoon stood at the stove making ramen. Plain, simple. Noah perched on a bar stool and watched, silent but curious. Maya hovered in the doorway. Every instinct screamed to grab her son and run. But where would they go? Jihoon placed a bowl on the counter, added a spoon, sat one seat away from Noah. "Too hot?" he asked. Noah shook his head. He took a careful bite. Then another. Maya's chest loosened slightly. Noah's selective muteness kicked in under stress, but he was eating. That was good. Noah finished half the bowl. Then he reached for the crayons Maya had packed, drew 3 stick figures, holding hands under a bright sun. He slid the paper across the counter to Jihoon. Jihoon studied the drawing. "Is this your family?" Noah nodded, pointed to the figures. "Mama, me." He hesitated, pointed to the third figure. "You?" Maya's breath caught. Jihoon's voice was careful. "If that's okay with your mama." Maya stepped onto the balcony. The city spread below in morning haze. She called Evelyn. "I need to cover my shifts quietly. Can you help?" "Where are you?" Evelyn's voice was sharp with worry. "Safe. I can't explain yet." "Is this about last night? The man who danced with you?" Maya watched the street below. A car idled too long near the corner, then pulled away. "Maybe," Maya said. "I'll call you later." She ended the call and found Jihoon watching from the kitchen doorway. "We need to talk," she said. He joined her on the balcony, kept space between them. "I don't like being kept," Maya said. "Good. I'm not keeping you." Jihoon's voice was steady. "I'm offering options. What's the difference?" "You hold the key card." He nodded toward her pocket. "You choose when to use it." Maya felt the weight of the plastic card, heavier than it should be. "What do you want from me?" she asked. "Nothing you don't want to give." The answer felt honest. That scared her more than lies. Thunder rolled across the city. Storm clouds gathered thick and dark. Jihoon stood in the doorway of the crane room. Maya caught a glimpse of his profile. Grief carved deep lines around his eyes. The room held furniture covered in white sheets, a crib, a changing table, toys still in packages. "My wife," Jihoon said quietly. "Our daughter. Car accident. 3 years ago." Maya felt her heart break. For him, for the empty room, for the cranes that still turned in the artificial breeze. "I kept everything," he continued. "Couldn't let go." Maya stepped closer. "What were their names?" "Hannah and Lily." His voice cracked almost imperceptibly. "I couldn't protect them." Maya understood now. The careful distance, the empty room, the way he watched over her and Noah. She took Noah's drawing from her pocket, the 3 stick figures under their bright sun. She placed it on a covered shelf, a small offering to the living. School pickup was routine, ordinary. Maya treasured ordinary. She spotted Derek halfway down the block, pretending to scroll his phone, waiting. Min appeared beside Maya's shoulder. He said nothing, just stood between her and Derek. Derek approached anyway. "Maya, we need to talk." "No," Min said. His voice was calm. "Final. You need to leave." Derek's face reddened. "Who the hell are you?" "Someone who understands custody law," Min said, "and harassment statutes." Derek's courage crumbled. He backed away. "This isn't over." Maya gathered Noah and hurried toward the car Min had waiting. Her hands shook. At the penthouse, a bouquet sat on the kitchen counter. White roses. Expensive. The card read, "Missus." Kang looked radiant last night. Jihoon read it over her shoulder. His jaw tightened. He burned the card in the sink without a word. The storm hit after dinner. Rain hammered the windows. Lightning split the sky. Noah pressed against Maya on the couch. "I don't like storms." Want to build a fort? Ji-hoon asked. Noah's eyes widened. He nodded eagerly. They used couch cushions and blankets. Created a safe cave in the living room. Noah crawled inside and giggled. Min appeared in the doorway. His expression was serious. Kwon's people, he said quietly to Ji-hoon. They've been seen near the downtown properties. The pattern isn't subtle. Ji-hoon's face hardened. How many? 3 cars, rotating surveillance. Maya felt the air change, danger creeping closer. We're moving to the secure floor, Ji-hoon said. Tonight. Maya wanted to argue, to maintain some independence. But Noah was humming inside their blanket fort. Happy, safe. What do you need from me? She asked. Ji-hoon's eyes found hers, surprised, grateful. Trust, he said simply. Maya wrote their agreements on paper, taped the list to the refrigerator like a household contract. Ji-hoon signed his name below hers. Noah added a smiley face stamp at the bottom. The storm raged outside, but inside their fort they were dry, together, protected. For the first time in years, Maya felt the tight knot in her chest begin to loosen. Morning arrived with quiet routines. Noah ate cereal while Maya drank coffee. Ji-hoon checked security cameras without announcing it. Maya felt something dangerous growing inside her chest. Not fear. Attraction. The realization terrified her. Safety could feel like surrender if she wasn't careful. She'd learned that with Derek. Comfort became control. Protection became possession. But Ji-hoon scheduled his meetings around Noah's bedtime stories. He did it without announcement, without credit. Thank you, Maya said when Noah was asleep. Ji-hoon looked up from his laptop. For what? Being careful with him. Something shifted in his expression. Warmth she wasn't ready to name. Maya stood at the window watching the city lights. Fear wasn't the same as intuition. She was learning the difference. The elevator chimed. Min entered with grocery bags. Dinner ingredients, he said to Maya. Noah mentioned he likes spaghetti. Such small gestures, such careful attention to her son's needs. Maya's chest tightened, but this time it felt like possibility instead of panic. Trust built through tiny moments. Ji-hoon replaced Noah's flickering nightlight without being asked. Maya left the crane room door ajar on purpose. Evelyn visited for tea, brought a few of Maya's belongings to make the guest room feel like home. You look different, Evelyn said. Calmer. I feel safer here. Maya surprised herself with the honesty. Min taught Noah a breathing exercise for storms. Count to 4. Hold. Release. The boy practiced with serious concentration. Like this, Noah demonstrated. Perfect, Min said. You're very brave. Noah beamed. At dusk, Ji-hoon's phone chimed. Security notification. He checked the screen and frowned. What is it? Maya asked. Someone at the service entrance. 2 floors down. The building felt too quiet suddenly. Maya's hands found Noah's shoulders. Time for bed, sweetheart. But bedtime felt like preparation instead of routine. The lights flickered. Once, twice, then held. Generators hummed to life somewhere deep in the building. Emergency power engaging. A door clanged in the stairwell. Metal on metal. Too loud for accident. Min moved toward the hallway. Silent. Efficient. Ji-hoon positioned himself between the front door and the living room. Maya, Ji-hoon said quietly. Take Noah to the back pantry. Maya scooped Noah into her arms. He wrapped his legs around her waist. Trusting. The pantry was small and dark. Maya pulled the door almost closed, left a crack to see through. Is someone coming? Noah whispered. Just being careful, Maya said. Her voice was steady, proud of herself for that. Footsteps in the hallway, deliberate, testing. A gloved hand touched their door handle, turned slowly, met the resistance of the deadbolt. The hand released, withdrew. A scuffle erupted in the corridor. Brief, vicious, bodies hitting walls. Then, silence, terrible silence. Is it gone? Noah whispered against Maya's neck. Maya held him tighter. Yes, baby, it's gone. But she didn't know if that was true. Ji-hoon left with Min before dawn. He told Maya exactly where they were going. When they would return, you decide if we're still here when I get back, he said. Maya nodded. The choice felt heavy in her hands. Hours crawled past. Maya cleaned obsessively. Dishes, counters, a small cut on her palm she hadn't noticed before. The ordinary tasks grounded her. Noah built elaborate dinosaur cities with his action figures. His imagination ran wild in the safety of routine. Near dawn, the elevator chimed. Maya's heart hammered. too early for Ji-hoon's return. The doors opened. Ji-hoon stepped out alone, soaked with rain, exhausted. "Min?" Maya asked, handling cleanup. "He'll be back later." Ji-hoon's jacket dripped onto expensive marble. He peeled it off like shedding armor. "Is it over?" Maya asked. "The immediate threat, yes. Kwon won't cross that line again." Ji-hoon's hands shook slightly as he hung up the jacket, the first crack in his composure Maya had seen. "Did you sleep?" he asked. "Some. Did you?" "No. Honest. Direct." Maya appreciated that. Afternoon light streamed through the windows, soft, peaceful. Ji-hoon sat on the couch, staring at nothing. The crane mobile turned slowly in the air conditioning. Gentle rhythm. His composure finally fractured. Maya watched his hands tremble, grief surfacing after years of burial. She made tea without asking, sat beside him with careful space between them. "I promised never to let anyone into this space again," he said. "After Hana and Lily died," Maya waited, let him find the words. "Then I said, 'Pretend wife,' and broke everything I'd built to protect myself." Maya noticed a scrape across his knuckles, fresh from the night's work. She reached for his hand, examined the wound. "Do you regret it?" "Which part?" "Any of it." Ji-hoon's eyes found hers. "No." "That terrifies me. But no." Maya cleaned the scrape with gentle touches. Safety isn't a cage if the door opens from both sides. Something shifted in his expression. Hope, raw and fragile. "I don't know how to do this," he said. "Neither do I." The honesty hung between them, precious, dangerous. Maya made her choice with morning coffee. Clear, deliberate. "I want to stay," she said. "On my terms. With our promises." They wrote new boundaries together. Consent, honesty, space when needed, routine for Noah. Ji-hoon countered with transparency about risks, full disclosure about his business, about the dangers that came with his protection. "I need partnership," Maya said, "not rescue. I need to know you're choosing this, not just accepting it." They signed the agreement like a contract, like a vow. Evelyn arranged a small charity gala. "Test the public waters," she explained. "See if the rumors can work for you instead of against you." The event was modest, elegant. Maya wore a borrowed dress that made her feel beautiful instead of invisible. At the threshold, Ji-hoon offered his hand, not claiming, inviting. "Ready?" he asked. Maya placed her hand in his. "Ready." The gala buzzed with conversation. Whispers followed them but felt curious instead of threatening. Min's presence was comfortable rather than menacing. Maya felt the difference between being hidden and being protected. The dance floor where it all began lay empty, waiting. "Dance with me?" Ji-hoon asked. This time Maya said yes, without hesitation. They moved into the slow rhythm. Other couples joined them. Normal, natural. "I want partnership," Maya said against his ear. "Not rescue." "Protection means nothing without your consent," he replied. The music faded around them, perfect bubble of sound and safety. Across the room, Noah laughed in Evelyn's arms. He held up a new drawing, 3 figures under a sun with brighter rays, more detailed, more hopeful. Maya's breath caught. "He's happy here." "We all are," Ji-hoon said. The admission felt like falling, like flying. Maya pressed closer. "Are you sure about this? About us?" "I've never been more sure of anything." His lips found hers, gentle, asking, permission. Maya kissed him back. Answer and promise combined. When they broke apart, Noah was clapping from across the room. Delighted by the romantic display, Maya laughed. Joy bubbled up from somewhere deep and previously buried. "He approves," she said. "Good thing. He's part of the deal." 6 months later, Maya woke to the sound of ocean waves. The beach house was small, private, perfect for a quiet ceremony. She dressed in simple white, nothing elaborate, nothing false. Ji-hoon waited by the water in a dark suit. No tie, no pretense. Evelyn held Noah's hand while he scattered flower petals in careful patterns. Min stood beside them. Family now. Chosen family. The vows were brief, honest. Names instead of titles. Partnership instead of possession. "I choose you," Maya said. "Every day, with full knowledge of what that means." "I choose to protect without controlling," Ji-hoon replied. "To love without owning." The waves provided music. The sun provided blessing. When they kissed, Noah cheered. "Now we're really a family." Maya laughed against Ji-hoon's lips. "Were we not before?" Now it's official, Noah said seriously. Later, at home, Maya found Jihoon in the crane room, now Noah's art studio. Crane still hung among taped drawings, past and present sharing space. Any regrets? She asked. Jihoon kept one original crane by the door. Private remembrance of what was lost, acceptance of what was found. Only that it took us so long to get here, he said. Evening brought their favorite ritual. When fear crept in, and it still did, sometimes they danced in the living room. No music needed, just proximity, just choice. Dance with me? Jihoon asked as thunder rumbled outside. Maya stepped into his arms. Always. They swayed in the soft light. Noah joined them, arms around both their waists. A family choosing courage together. Again and again. We're home, Maya whispered. Jihoon smiled. Finally home. 3 weeks after the charity gala, Maya woke to sunlight streaming through unfamiliar curtains. The safe house was temporary, necessary. Kwon had escalated. Photos of Noah leaving school, Maya at the grocery store, messages that made Jihoon's jaw tick with barely controlled rage. How long? Maya asked over breakfast. Until it's finished, Jihoon said. He buttered Noah's toast with careful precision. Min has a plan. Noah looked between them. Are the bad people coming back? No, Maya said firmly. We won't let them. But her hands shook as she poured coffee. Fear was becoming familiar again. She hated that. Jihoon's phone buzzed. Text message. His expression darkened. What now? Maya asked. Pictures from yesterday. Someone followed you to the park. Maya's chest tightened. I was careful. You were perfect. This isn't your fault. But Maya felt the weight of it anyway. The cost of loving someone dangerous. The attack came at dinner. Windows exploded inward. Glass scattered across the hardwood floors. Noah screamed. Jihoon threw himself over the table, covered Noah with his body. Maya dove behind the kitchen counter. Stay down, Min shouted, from somewhere near the front door. Gunfire erupted. Brief, precise, professional. Then silence. Maya's ears rang. Noah sobbed against Jihoon's chest. Unhurt, but terrified. Clear, Min called. Jihoon rose slowly, checked Noah for cuts. Found none. You're okay, he whispered to the boy. You're safe. But Maya saw the blood on Jihoon's shirt sleeve, saw the way he favored his left side. You're hurt, she said. Scratch, Jihoon said. Nothing serious. Min appeared in the doorway. 3 men. Kwon sent amateurs. Where is he? Jihoon's voice was deadly quiet. Gone, but not far. Maya felt something shift inside her chest, fear crystallizing into rage. Enough, she said. Maya made the call herself. Direct, clean. Derek, it's Maya. Her ex-husband's voice was smug. Ready to talk custody? Ready to make a deal. You drop the harassment, permanently, in exchange for supervised visitation. Neutral location, court approved. Silence. Then, what's the catch? No catch. Just boundaries. Respect them or lose access completely. Maya hung up, turned to find Jihoon watching. One threat down, she said. Your turn. Jihoon's eyes were dark with something that might have been pride, or desire, or both. You don't have to. Yes, I do. This is my family too. The words hung between them. True, terrifying, perfect. Min cleared his throat. Kwon's location confirmed. He's at the warehouse district. Minimal security. Jihoon kissed Maya's forehead. Gentle. Final. Stay with Noah, he said. This ends tonight. Hours crawled past. Maya paced the safe house while Noah slept. Exhaustion had finally claimed him. Her phone rang. Evelyn. Turn on the news, Evelyn said. Maya found the remote. Local news was covering a fire at the warehouse district. Multiple arrests. No casualties reported. Is it over? Evelyn asked. I think so. But Maya wouldn't believe it until Jihoon walked through the door. Dawn was breaking when the elevator chimed. Maya held her breath. Jihoon stepped out. Tired, whole, alive. Kwon? Maya asked. Arrested. Multiple charges. He'll be away for a long time. Maya sagged with relief. The others? Scattered. Without leadership, they're nothing. Jihoon pulled her against his chest. She felt his heartbeat. Strong, steady, real. It's over, he whispered. Really over. Maya tilted her face up, studied his features in the early light. What happens now? She asked. Now we live. The penthouse felt different without the weight of immediate danger, lighter, more like home than fortress. Noah's drawings covered the refrigerator. His dinosaur toys claimed the coffee table. His laughter filled spaces that had been silent too long. Maya found Jihoon in the crane room one evening. He held a photo she'd never seen before, a woman with kind eyes holding a tiny baby. "Hana and Lily," he said softly. Maya sat beside him. "Tell me about them." Hana laughed at everything. Bad jokes, sad movies, her own terrible cooking. Jihoon's smile was gentle. "Sad." Lily had her mother's eyes. "She would have been beautiful." "She was beautiful," Maya corrected. "They both were." Jihoon set the photo on the shelf beside Noah's drawings. "Past and present sharing space. I used to think moving on meant forgetting," he said. "But it doesn't." "No, it means carrying love forward." Jihoon's eyes found hers. "Is that what we're doing?" "Yes." The word felt like a promise, like a vow. Spring brought new routines. Noah started baseball. Maya enrolled in night classes. Jihoon restructured his business toward legitimate ventures. They moved like a family, operated like partners. Maya loved the ordinary moments most: grocery shopping, homework help, bedtime stories that Jihoon read in 2 languages. But she also treasured the extraordinary ones: quiet conversations after Noah slept, stolen kisses in the kitchen, the way Jihoon's eyes found hers across crowded rooms. One evening, Noah looked up from his coloring. "Are you going to marry Mama?" Jihoon nearly choked on his coffee. Maya laughed. "That's a big question," Maya said. "Why?" Noah asked. "You love each other, I can tell." Children saw truth so clearly, without complications or fear. "Yes," Jihoon said quietly. "I love your mama very much." Maya's breath caught. First time he'd said it out loud. "I love you too," she whispered. Noah clapped. "Good. Now we can be a real family." "We already are," Maya said. "We already are." The proposal came during a thunderstorm. Noah was asleep. Rain hammered the windows. Jihoon found Maya reading on the couch. He sat beside her, nervous. "I have something to ask you," he said. Maya set down her book. "Ask. Marry me." Simple, direct, perfect. "Yes," Maya said, without hesitation. Jihoon's smile was brighter than lightning. He pulled a ring from his pocket. Small diamond, elegant, real. "It was my grandmother's," he said. "If you'd prefer something new." "It's perfect." Maya held out her hand. Let him slide the ring onto her finger. The fit was exact. "How did you know the size?" she asked. "Min measured while you slept." Maya laughed. "Of course he did." Thunder rolled overhead, but inside their home, everything was calm, safe, right. "One condition," Maya said. Jihoon tensed slightly. "Name it." "We keep dancing when we're afraid." His smile returned. Full force. Always. The wedding was small, perfect. Beach ceremony, with only their chosen family present. Maya wore her grandmother's dress, simple ivory silk. Jihoon wore a dark suit with no tie, relaxed, happy. Noah walked her down the aisle, serious, with responsibility. He handed her off to Jihoon with ceremonial gravity. "Take good care of her," Noah whispered. "I promise," Jihoon whispered back. The vows were personal, honest, written together during late-night conversations. "I choose you not because you saved me," Maya said, "but because you let me save myself." "I choose you not to fill empty spaces," Jihoon replied, "but to build new ones together." Min served as best man, Evelyn as maid of honor. The waves provided music. When they kissed, Noah cheered loudest of all. Later, at the small reception, Maya danced with her new husband, her chosen partner, her equal. "Any regrets?" she asked. "Only that we wasted so much time being careful." "We needed the careful time, maybe, but I'm done being afraid." "Good, so am I." 6 months later, Maya woke to the smell of pancakes. Saturday morning tradition. She found Jihoon and Noah in the kitchen. Flour dusted every surface. Both males wore matching aprons. "Surprise," Noah called. "We made breakfast." The pancakes were slightly burned. The kitchen was a disaster. Maya had never seen anything more beautiful. "Perfect," she said. "Absolutely perfect." They ate together at the counter. Syrup sticky fingers. Ridiculous conversation about dinosaurs and spaceships and whether dragons could exist. Normal family chaos. Maya treasured every moment. After breakfast, Noah ran to his room for art supplies. Left his parents alone. "Happy?" Jihoon asked. Completely. Maya meant it. Fear still visited sometimes, but it no longer ruled her choices. She looked at her husband, her partner, her home. Dance with me? She asked. Jihoon stood, extended his hand. Always, they swayed in the kitchen. No music except their heartbeats. No fear except the good kind that came with loving deeply. Noah returned with fresh drawings, more stick figures, more bright suns, more evidence of a child who felt safe enough to dream. Look, he said, I drew our house. The picture showed 3 figures holding hands in front of a tall building, hearts floating above their heads, dinosaurs in the yard because Noah added dinosaurs to everything. Beautiful, Maya said. We'll hang it with the others. The refrigerator gallery had grown, evidence of their life together, their choice to build something lasting. Evening brought their ritual. When thunder rolled outside, they danced in the living room. All 3 of them, arms tangled, hearts light. Maya looked at her husband, her son, her chosen family. We're home, she whispered. Jihoon smiled. Noah giggled. Lightning flashed outside but couldn't touch the safety they'd built together. They were finally, completely, perfectly home.